The ascent to Everest was not just the work of one day, nor even those few unforgettable weeks in which we climbed. It was in fact a tale of sustained and tenacious endeavour by many over a long period of time. So that was Sir John Hunt actually commented about that, about scaling Mount Everest in 1953. It's a lot easier now with equipment above. Every high achiever has a powerful team of key staff members, consultants and vendors and helpers who do the bulk of the work while he or she is free to create new sources of income and new opportunities for success. The world's greatest philanthropists, athletes, entertainers, professionals and other people have also managed projects and handled everyday tasks, enabling them to do more for others, hone their craft and practice their sport and so on. To help you clarify what you should be spending your time on and what you should be delegating to others, do the following exercise. Your goal is to find the top 1, 2, and 3 activities that best use your core genius and bring the most money and produce the greatest levels of enjoyment. So the first one is start by listing all those activities that occupy your time, whether they're business-related, personal, related to the civic organisations or volunteer work. List even small tasks such as returning phone calls, filing or photocopying. Next, choose the list of these, choose from the list 1 or 2 of these things or 3 of these things that are particularly brilliant at, your special and your unique talents, those things that few other people can do well as you. Also choose from the list of 3 activities that generate the most income for you and your company. Any activities that you're brilliant at and that generate the most income for you and your company are the activities that you want to focus on most of the time and energy. Finally, create a plan for delegating everything else to other people. Delegating takes time, training and patience, but over time you can keep chipping away at the low payoff, non-essential tasks on your list that you're doing less of. That's how you create a brilliant career. So remember to seek out the key staff members. If you're a business owner, and remember, becoming an entrepreneur early in life is one of the hallmarks of the most successful individuals throughout modern history. Start looking for key staff members now and train your existing staff members on tasks to identify the above. If you're a one-person business, start looking for a dynamic number 2 person that can handle your projects and run your programs, book your sales transactions, and completely take over the tasks while you concentrate on the ones that you're best at. You can hire them outright as employees, or you can have them work part-time on a contract basis as your company grows. I've seen many future achievers find a top-flight business manager months sooner than they expected, only to see their business grow exponentially once they made a deal to bring that person on board. Often you'll find that once you've put that word out, the right person is always circulating in the universe. You just didn't know it. It's the laws of attraction. That's what it comes down to. If philanthropic, if you could say that properly, put my teeth back in, pursuits or community projects are your business, then the volunteers you hire can help you as well. Consider college interns who may work solely for class credit. We have several in our company, Jack Canfield says, or perhaps a local foundation can offer you support staff. You'll never know until you ask, remember. If you're a stay-at-home mum or dad and your most valuable staff will be your house cleaner or teenage helper down the street or babysitter and others who can help you get away from time from yourself and your spouse. A neighbour or babysitter could also do the grocery shopping as well. And you can get your car washed, pick up the kids, and pick up the laundry and dry cleaning, all for £10 or £12 an hour. If you're a single parent, these folks are even more important to your successful future and should be chosen with great care. Our world has become a very complex place. Just filling your tax return, planning for retirement, rewarding your employees, even buying a home has become more complicated than ever. That's why every high achiever has a powerful team of personal advisors to turn for assistance, advice and support. In fact, the team is so critical, it pays to begin assembling the team early on in your success journey. Regardless of whether you own a business, work for someone else, or stay home or raise your children, you need personal advisors to answer questions, help you plan, ensure you can make the most of life's efforts, and more. Your personal advisors can walk you through the challenges and opportunities, saving you time and effort, and usually money in the process. Your team of advisors will also include your banker, your lawyers, your high net worth certified public accountant, an investment counsellor, your doctor, your nutritionist, your personal trainer, and the leader of your religious organisation. In fact, if you run a business, this principle takes on a whole new meaning. Too many business owners, for example, don't even have an accountant. They run their entire business on a computer program and never ever have any outside expert help checking their numbers. I mean, a business will never grow outside of your realms of management because it's kept within your circle. So you need these people in order to grow outside of what you have, and you have to grow outside of your comfort zone. If you're feeling uncomfortable while you're doing things, it's probably because you're doing the right things, and as a result, you're growing. And that's why you feel uncomfortable, because you've never done it before. So celebrate the fact that you feel uncomfortable sometimes. It's a positive sign. It's not negative at all. These people run your entire business, when you're on a computer program, and that's the key here. These people never form relationships also with outside consultants who can free them up and pursue their core competency and help them grow as a result. And we've just discussed that. If you're a teenager or a college student, your team might be your parents, your best friends, your football coach, your counsellor, people who believe in you. Often with teens, we find that parents aren't really part of their core group, but instead part of their enemy. Sometimes it's in the parents' perception, but sometimes it's actually the way things are. If your parents are dysfunctional, alcoholics, or abusive, or if they're simply not there and they're workaholics or divorced, need a team of friends or other adults in your corner instead. Often it's parents of another teen in your neighbourhood that actually support you more. But if you're a working mum or a working dad in a core group, you should include your babysitter or daycare provider. Not only should you investigate them thoroughly, but you should also have a backup resource. You should have a good paediatrician and a dentist too, plus others who can support you in your raising healthy, happy children while you pursue your actual career. Athletes have their cortege of coaches, chiropractors, nutritionists, and performance consultants. They have, as part of the support team, people who specialise in designing diets for their type of body and for their sport. They find trustworthy advisors and build and maintain their relationships over time. Once you determine who's members of your support team, you can begin to build and nurture those relationships. Make sure team members are clear about what you expect from them and that you're clear about what is expected of you. This is a paid relationship, remember. What kind of working relationship is preferable, and how can both of you be there when the other person needs you? But can team members help you grow and succeed? These are all questions to think about. And finally, how can you keep in touch with them and best maintain this relationship? I recommend that you create a schedule of monthly, quarterly, and semi-annually meetings with every member of your team to make sure they're all on track and pulling in the same direction as yourself. But above all, if you don't have an assistant, guess what? It's you. And that's not what you're meant to be. If you've chosen with care, you can begin to offload everything and anything that takes away from your focus from your core genius, even your personal projects. When Raymond Aaron sold his home and decided to move into an apartment, he delegated the whole project to his assistant. He told her to find a one-bedroom luxury apartment near his office and an exercise facility on the main door. Find it, negotiate the lease, bring me the contract to sign, he said, and then hire a moving van, get the checking from the office and pay the movers, pack up the fragile items, supervise the movers, and drive behind them to my new home. And he even had her hire an advanced cleaning crew and furniture arrangers in advance to unpack the boxes and everything and put everything away. And call Raymond when the move was actually complete. And where was Raymond while the assistant was moving house? Well, he was on vacation in Florida. I actually moved next door to the house that I'm in just now. And I was in the next door house, and I actually got a moving team to do it because I didn't have the time and I couldn't take the risk that I could injure myself as a result of doing it. Though we often fear that if someone else performs tasks for us, they won't do the job as well. In reality, they are people who love to do this job and that you would actually hate. And they often do much better job than you could yourself. at a cost is much lower than you actually might think, and probably you could go out in return in order to pay them that price. In fact, thanks to modern technology, these people don't necessarily need to live nearby in order to help you. Numerous trustworthy websites such as elance.com and freelancer.com will connect with you with virtual assistants and freelance professionals who can help you with a single project or an ongoing work. Instead of working locally at your office or home, they work remotely and stay connected with you via email, telephone, Skype, and other digital means. What could a virtual assistant or virtual freelancer do for you? Write or edit reports, speeches, manuscripts, or proposals. Create a radio commercial, professionally record a telemarketing voice broadcast, or develop your YouTube video or products or services. Do research of all kinds. Correct your vacation. You can also create your vacation photographs with Adobe Photoshop, and then they can also compile a hardcover book with Shutterfly.com. Answer your telephone, handle your emails, respond to your product inquiries, manage your social media, and plus much, much more. Additionally, microjob websites such as Fiverr.com feature professionals who charge as little as £5 per project, a sum literally anyone can afford. So there's no excuse anymore for doing it all yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow.